Okay, so Evodom Mission 2, we are headed to a massive wind farm up in the Kingsbury Pond area. I don't have a huge plan for today other than to kind of show off. I think this is a good example of what may be to come down the line with a lot of our backcountry areas if we don't stick up for them. And to the extent, it's fucking crazy being up here right now and just seeing how many fields or solar farms and mountaintops have windmills on them. It's essentially just sold our best assets of our outdoors. I mean, people look at a field like it's an agricultural thing, but that's a biodiverse area of its own. There's animals that need fields to survive. Interesting to see if there's any studies that have been done on any of that. The effects of us just putting up solar farms fucking everywhere. We're gonna run into a vegetable problem here real soon. It's how do we not keep making the fucking fields into solar farms? Look at this. Look at how big this shit is. That's crazy. I don't know if you guys can see it on the wide angle. Come up to it. This is a fucking highway now. This was a four-wheeler trail. Like a rough one in spots. And some of that's cool. Some of it opens up access to a lot of ponds in here that didn't have access before, but I mean, you have to pass this in the middle of nowhere. Like, how do you feel like you're in the woods? I mean, it gives you a view. It is a nice view up here now. I mean, look at this. Blasted through all of this. None of this was, it was just a fucking mountain before this. I don't know, some of this stuff's bigger than you'll ever be able to make an impact on. And some it's already fucking done. Like, might as well keep them here if they're here. It's just sucks to think that we may lose more of our outdoors, which is Maine's culture, it's Maine's industry, I don't know. My thoughts for now. I'll probably pop back in with some more. Well, after more scouting, the access because of these things isn't really here. A lot of it dead ends now, where it used to at least turn into a four-wheeler trail. I definitely couldn't have gotten a screw down it, but yeah, it is interesting. It's almost like you have to get away from windmills to get back into the explorable territory. I'm on a road now that had a stop road closed sign at the beginning of it that seems fine. It seems like it was recently graded, so I don't know if that's some shit to deter people from, I don't know. It seems like they don't want people playing up here as much as they used to. I don't know, just an observation. I'm hoping I can find some stuff. There's a lot of side-by-sides out today. And lot of people in blaze orange. I'm kind of regretting not having some myself this time, so we'll see. Hopefully I don't get shot. If I do, I'll lose my time. So that closed road came right back out on the main road. Maybe not the main road. I don't know where it is. Never mind. Might have been a closed road. So, windmills are up on the hill, obviously. Dropped a couple hundred feet at least from where they were. Kind of going back up a little bit right now, but I think we're out of where the windmill projects are for the most part. Yeah, it's interesting cutting in here. There was a little bit of like selective cutting that you don't see too much here. It was almost like cleaned out woods. Interesting seeing the forestry change up here. Kind of wondering how much of it has to do with the windmills. Gonna head to Bingham, get some gas, and make sure that we're all kind of ready to get into there. Got 100 miles left on my tank, which is more mileage than I'm probably gonna do, but I don't know. It seems stupid to go into the middle of the woods with a quarter tank of gas. So 20-minute excursion out of the way, go get gas and a little bit of a safety net, and then we'll try and find. I saw a structure, so there's a, I think it was the 80s. There's a radar facility up here for Army, Navy, military, you know, us fighting other people. As far as I know, it's decommissioned, but it's still fenced in, and there's certain stuff still there now. It's just it's weird. I don't think it's used, but I'm gonna go snoop around there a little bit, kind of see. I don't know. Curious what's there. So check this out. Coming down into the Kennebec River Valley. It's pretty much looking like out over the river, and on the other side of the river is Bigelow Range, basically. Sugarloaf, that whole chunk of Maine. So, other side of Kennebec, this is kind of, I don't know, forgotten chunk of Maine. That's why they can put windmills here, because nobody's paying to ski on it. Gas stop, back on the dirt road. This field right here, I'll get out and get a better shot of it, but oh fuck, they're working here. What are they doing? What are you guys doing? What are we building? You got an excavator? Chimbro's working on this thing. I'm not getting any closer. Oh, maybe. I'm gonna find another rod. I wonder if they're just using it. Interesting. So there's piles of just shit in there. I bet they're just gonna fill this fucking thing with shit. Just construction bullshit. Yeah, they got a hole cut in the fence right there. Interesting. Huh. Alright, so we backside of Bald something mountain. Oof. I don't know if I'm making that. That sucks. Dead end. So we are headed back up this little little straggly thing that I probably shouldn't have been down. There's a fork, and we're going to take the left up here. Really, another GoPro. Backside of Bald something mountain, Bald something lake. Figure out where I am. Bald Mountain Pond. So on the back side of it, judging by the roads, it's the side that not a lot of people are on. I just left the boat launch for the lake. The lake looked interesting. It's chilly out today. The lake didn't look like it was like foliage. It looked more evergreeny. So I held off on putting the boat in for the day. Hoping this pops onto a little bit better of a road. Pretty out here, but I don't totally know where I am. I don't even know what direction I'm heading right now. A sign would be nice, but they're few and far between up here. I've got the gazetteer. I know roughly where I am. I know, the map that I'm on. Worst case, Ontario. I'm turned around and heading out the direction I came in, but my goal with these drive-throughs of roads that I'm not totally sure on is usually to get out on a point that I didn't come in on, and either find another route back or take the pavement. Sometimes driving on the pavement back is the decompression you need after taking a daily driver up the fucking roads I take them on because I'm an idiot. Oh, nice. Fucking awesome. So it's a dead end here. Breakneck Ridge Hunting Club. Hunting allowed by club members and guests only. All others no hunting. Interesting. Well. Looks like at least a little bit we're heading out the way we came in, which sucks. Would be cool to find out who that was. Breakneck Hunting Camp. Look that up. I don't know, maybe we can get some access rights here, what they're all about. That's in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's gotta be just like landlocked land that they own and drive to. I'd be shocked if there's structures in there. Fuck. Dead end. Pretty much been the day today. We got some drone shots. But other than that, I'm kind of getting skunked. So I decided to put the camera on the outside of the car, get some of this awesome foliage footage, and got to figure out how to get audio inside of the car and be able to get this type of shots, because this is clearly more worth it than looking at me. So got skunked at that Breakneck Ridge and kind of realized that there's a chunk of this area up north that it's tough to go south to north between like Bingham, the Forks area and Monson, Greenville area. It's really fairly easy to go side by side, but to go north I kept hitting these turnarounds. So on my way back, I kind of decided to slow stuff down a little bit and pop the drone up a little bit. That Bald Mountain Pond and Bald Mountain, I would assume. I got some really cool shots of that. Yeah, this kind of got into a little bit more of what I was expecting out of these missions. and now I just got to figure out the format of it all. So I think these first 5, maybe 10 are gonna fluctuate a little bit on how I'm putting them together. So after that turnaround, I had hit a road that I wanted to take that said that there was washouts coming through on the first time, and this is that area right there. Decided to poke back through because I realized that that span of road was smaller than would be a real issue, and I don't know, this was kind of fun in the Subaru. It doesn't look that impressive, obviously, but I don't know. I need to get a goddamn side-by-side. This would really make these missions a lot more fun, and I'd definitely get that fucking thing stuck, and I'd break it. So, get some sponsorship on Evodom. Let's buy a fucking side-by-side. Break it. Yeah, so I went over that and got into this. I don't know. This is my type of stuff. Like, once you've gotten past that, you don't really know what you're getting into. And there might be wildlife out here, and there might be just getting fucking skunked again. See? Side by side right here. Would have been worth it. Would have gone through it. Would have gotten stuck. Would have gotten muddy. Would have gotten GoPro lost.
I ain't doing this one.
Would have been a great time. But hopefully next season we can do stuff like that. So I headed back, and this is when I popped the drone up and got some of that footage of Bald Mountain Pond. Got a really good panorama that I'm going to try and frame. Hopefully get some of that up in the store where I'll be able to put some limited edition art stuff paired with merch of, you know, a little bit more production style, shirts, jars, you know, other stuff that I'm not going to tell you guys about. So that was mission 2. Mission 3 gets more into, I think I realized on mission 3 I just need to push it more. A lot of this back road stuff, it's interesting, but there's not enough of a story arc. So less car filming, I think, unless I've got somebody to talk to that is essentially just a podcast in the car. And more, I don't know, experiencing what it takes to get into some of these drone shots, explain, you know, some of the choices I'm taking during the drone shots, all that other stuff. So, next month or so might be a little bit boring. I'll try and figure out a way to spruce it up, and then once the snow starts flying, I'm just gonna go out with people and play with gravity and wet stuff a little bit. So, that should set a good base for the Evodom Missions. The episode 3 coming up next week, I definitely got into some shit in a good way. I took a wrong route through a marsh and pretty much had to hike through it, so that'll be a fun one to watch. Probably be out in about 2 weeks. I was going to try and do these weekly, but I need to diversify the amount of projects that I'm putting out through Evodom, and this one is a time suck and haven't figured out how to make it super interesting yet. So till then, back burner this one, figure out some more interesting projects, start working with some people, some brands, and hopefully we can get a network going. Like, the network is not network television. It's a network of like-minded businesses, athletes, artists, you know, just people that do the weird shit and live life on their terms. So got some meetings this week, some promising stuff coming up in the next week. Hopefully going into the new year we'll see some cool stuff. Just gonna try and get some merch out for the Christmas season, but probably not gonna happen. So I could rush it and make it happen, but I think going into the new year we'll get that first chunk out, and then hopefully something into the summer will be when we kind of drop some real unique stuff. So stay tuned. We are getting stuff going, and we've got some cool stuff coming down the line. Anything you guys want to see, let us know. You can hit us up at Evodom Network on Instagram. Pretty sure I got evodomnetwork@gmail.com. 99% sure that's me. So either of those, email me, DM me, let me know. Let's get out and create and kind of get try and get Maine's culture on the map a little bit and kind of try and protect it more. These back roads are special, and it's kind of a big part of Maine's culture that's just getting used and abused right now. So let's get it, folks. Episode 3 coming soon.